Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another review of non-Marvel Superhero Month. And this is a year movie from the year 2000. That's right, the year that X-Men came out. It's not X-Men, but it's a Disney Channel movie that has superheroes in it, and it is called Up, Up, and Away. Yep, it is a 2000 family comedy superhero film starring Robert Townsend, the guy from he did a lot of movies in the 80s and the 90s. He's a good actor. He's also a good director because he directed this movie. It's got a lot of actors in it that you might recognize. You got Sherman Hemsley. He plays the grandfather, the Steel Condor. You have Kevin Connolly from Entourage. He plays the villain. You have whatchamacallit, Christopher Marquette. If you've seen Freddy versus Jason or Just Friends or a bunch of other films, he's a good actor. Here he's the crazy sidekick of the main kid that play Scott. I think his name is Michael Pagan. Yeah, he plays Scott. He's basically the young son of this family that has superpowers, and he's the only one that doesn't. He has a little sister, an older brother who has electricity. He has a mother that's really strong named the Warrior Woman, and basically they're like the Incredibles, but a black family of Incredibles, basically. And basically the movie is, the Kevin Connolly and and this other girl and these other people are trying to manipulate children. This is really ballsy. They take these like flipper discs, and kids put them into the computers, and it brainwashes their mind, and it tells them to do things that they would normally do, like steal money or take things that don't belong to them, or tell their parents to rob a bank, and or wear the same outfits. I mean, it's basically brain manipulation, which that was one of the plots in Batman Forever with the Riddler. And except it's not TVs, it's the internet. So but nowadays that's the movie was ahead of its time. Now the internet usually is an influence on every child that's on it. The movie's really fun. Like it's a superhero movie, but it's not like a big budget or anything. It's not Avengers, but the flying sequences are fine. The Bronze Eagle, that's Robert Townsend. He wears a blue outfit and he flies, and him and his wife are a good team. I mean, their weakness is aluminum foil. Yeah, it's kind of silly, but it's a Disney Channel movie. This is when Disney Channel had good movies. Nowadays, they haven't had a good movie in a while. And the last one I saw I liked was The Swap last year, but this one back in the 2000s had a lot of good ones. And this one I really like. The film's really short. It's about 80, 90 minutes. It's not very long. The film has a likable cast. It has funny moments. The kid basically wants to. He's on his 14th birthday, I believe. Says if he doesn't get his powers, that he has to try. He's gonna be normal, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be normal." And basically, he lies to his parents, saying that, "Oh yeah, I got super strength," and he unscrews the door and just pulls it out, and the parents are shocked, and it's like, "Oh, I can fly," and then and they don't see it, so he's not telling the truth. And but you can understand why, because he doesn't want to disappoint his parents, and in front of all these they throw him a party to celebrate getting his powers, and he doesn't get powers. He's basically a normal kid, which is fine because you don't have to have superpowers to save lives. I do it all the time. I donate blood every year, and I'm saving a life or two just by doing that. I'm not an asshole like the new Superman. Burn. I'm just saying, yeah. But anyway, uh, I really do enjoy this movie. I think it's an overlooked film. Some people call it one of the worst Disney Channel movies. No, no. Any Disney Channel movie that came out now between like 2010 and 2016, 90% of them suck. They're really crappy musicals, they're sequels we don't want, or they're movies that are so uninspired and unoriginal that I'm like, I have seen this before. What was Camp Rock or Camp Rock 2 or freaking Descendants? You're making a Disney Channel like freaking, like the kids of villains. That doesn't make any sense. This movie, as silly as it is, it makes sense. It's this black superhero family that live together, that have to stay together, and when the parents get captured, it's up to Scott to save him without powers. That's more deeper than your freaking fan fiction, villainous and villain sons and daughters of freaking villains that should never procreate in the first place. Screw the Descendants and its sequel coming out this year. I don't like that. I mean, this is when Disney Channel cared. This is when they gave good movies from like the year 2000 to like 2006. And ever since then, there's been a lot of terrible, terrible movies. This one manages to be good because it's actually fun. And for kids, it's definitely for them. I would say it would be a nice, treat if you don't want to show them the Dark Knight or the Avengers or like, anything Marvel related or DC or even like Watchmen, let them watch this first and then build them up to Batman, Superman, and the Flash and the Avengers and everything else. Yeah, because baby steps. I mean, I didn't see this movie as a kid. I was already 15 when it came out, and by the time I saw it, I was like in my 20s. So but it's a fun movie. Aside with all the problems aside, it's a good movie. I wish that the movie was a little bit longer. Like I wish Sherman Hemsley was in the movie more as a Steel Condor. He's Mr. Jefferson from the Jeffersons. He was a really good actor. I miss him. Rest in peace, sir. He's really funny. Like he steals every scene he's in. He's like Superman. We don't need Superman. I'm like, I'm the Steel Condor. I'm like, yeah, he's great. I miss him so much. He was a really funny actor. um, it's a good movie, and if you want to see something with your kids, I mean, they have the movie online. It's hard to find on TV. They give it like maybe once in a blue moon on Disney Channel because Disney Channel wants to disregard their old classics compared to their garbage from now. Because I can't tell you how many times they aired Teen Beach Movie, which is one of the worst ripoffs I've ever seen, and I didn't want to go through it. I saw the trailer, that was enough for me. This I'd rather see because this is classic Disney Channel when they cared and when they weren't lazy and doing a sequel that was not needed in the first place. But anyway, it's a fun movie. It's a superhero film. It's not Marvel, so Up and Away sounds like something that would be in a Superman movie. But and they do mention a lot of the some DC characters, but there's none in the film because Disney didn't want to pay the rights. But even though they have trillions of dollars, yeah, thanks to Marvel and Star Wars and all their remakes that are coming out. But anyway, this isn't a rant on Disney. This is when in the year 2000, but when Y2K happened, which it didn't happen, and the year 2000 has some really good movies. And this was one of those rare Disney Channel movies that was really good in the year 2000, and I like it. And if you haven't heard of it, watch it. It's definitely worth it. With all the crappy sequels that we get on Disney Channel from like the last 10, 15 years, this movie flushes them completely away, and it's fun and it's colorful. It doesn't suck it doesn't freaking suck the colors out of it. Sometimes a good superhero movie can have a lot of colors. Wink wink. And also Guardians 2, they're not shying away from colors, which is what I love. It's not trying to be dreary and dark. Not life doesn't have to be that depressing in a superhero movie. You can make it light and fun because comics are fun. Comics are not a torture test for the most part. But anyway, this is not based on a comic, but it's a fun superhero movie for kids and also for families that want to see something lighter because of all the violence we have in superhero movies nowadays and a lot of agendas. Wink wink. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next review. I still got a lot of movies to get to before April 30th because we are literally 3 weeks away from Guardians Volume 2. I'm not seeing Fate of the Furious this weekend. Don't care. It's an eighth movie we don't need. And, I'll just see part 6 because that's the last one with Paul Walker that he finished. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.